wideish mid-off. And a mid-on, mid-wicket, and a fine leg within the 30-yard circle. He moves, and he scoops. Well, that's an uppercut. That's gone all the way, I think. Wait and see if there's a signal of a 6. That initial trigger movement from Tamim Iqbal upsetting the rhythm of Junaid Khan. And all it did was, I don't know, it's kind of a half hook, half pull, half scoop, but it got the desired result.
It would have gone through that direction wherever it would have been pitched, but that was short, and to his liking, he helped it with the pace for a beautiful hit 6.
Well, that's innovation for you. You won't find that in any of the textbooks. But when the opportunity arises, it will be players like Tamim Iqbal who will produce those unusual looking shots. That's more orthodox. Yeah, no, gotta get back in a hurry. Direct hit might have been interesting. Tajul Islam onto it in a flash, but a little disappointed that he couldn't strike timber with that. Have a look at this again.
Well, amongst the big guns, Tamim Iqbal is yet to... That was a attempted run out, but he was safely in, I suppose. Tamim Iqbal trying to go for a quick single there, but his partner thinking otherwise. Tamim Iqbal requested him not to.
113. Moves again, but this time it's quickly onto him. Didn't give the opportunity of bowling it straighter. It was just outside the line of the off stump. Thus, he just couldn't free his arms. Junaid Khan, vastly experienced, knows exactly what the batsman's trying to do.
Tamim Iqbal almost on every delivery is trying to move towards the off stump, trying to disturb the line and the length of the bowler, but in the process is not being able to. Has not been able to do anything with the extra movement yet.
Short, and he swivels round, cracks it away. That's a superb looking shot. Do you know what? It wasn't the easiest one to play just for the fact that it was coming on to him. He was a little cramped for space. Despite that, he put it away with a lot of class.
That was short, and typically Calypso type shot on his one knees up, and look at that through mid wicket. That was not. It was beautifully timed and rushed for 4.
Yeah, exactly. The point was it was through mid wicket. He was playing forward of square. Normally, with that kind of a shot, you'd see the batsman swivel around and try to play it towards the square leg, backward square leg area. This time he met the ball. That's why I said it was difficult to execute at that point in time. Done it very well. Oh, almost chopped it on. Consider himself to be very, very lucky. Tamim Iqbal is playing away from his body, the inside edge onto the pads.
That was the first time that he didn't move out of his towards the off stump. It was a good delivery to that
almost chopped it on.
anticipating that he would,
Consider himself
but
to be very, very lucky
that didn't get
playing away from his body, the inside
wicket,
edge onto
not
the
the
pads.
inside edge though. That
Could have gone anywhere. That's going to be a little bit of encouragement for Junaid Khan. He's gone for 10 runs already with the delivery left. Four more runs. Head away with disdain, very comfortably through extra cover for 4 more runs to finish over number 3. They race on to 29 without loss.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ আগাগোড়া মজবুত বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম
গাজী প্রথম গাজী সেরা
গাজী টায়ার নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা
The Kumalia Victorian supporters up on that bank, grassy bank, the green. Whoa, there's the drone down there and the moon. That's the shot of the last ball of the previous over. Really Lovely execution. Just went through that full flow flurry of the bat and just through the line nicely. Held his pose for the cameraman for a while. Must be feeling comfortable. Tamim Iqbal missed opportunities in the previous games, but today is looking his old self. It'll be Carlos Brathwaite from the mighty Chips end. Nicely tucked away off his hips. That's a well-controlled shot from Namul Haq.
Good partnership. 30 runs of 19 balls. Namul Haq working the ball nicely to mid-wicket for a single. That's what they need to do. Also rotate the strike because Tamim Iqbal is, as you said, in his old self, played some classy shots. They both need to continue the good work.
They've got to tell themselves we don't want to get carried away. Times they tend to have got it under control, going at 9.47 runs per over. A big target to chase and want to ensure that they get a good, solid opening partnership here. Guided, well played. Don't have to hit every ball out of the ground. Pay respect to the good deliveries.
Namul Haq is also a batsman who likes to get going early on. Today it's Tamim Iqbal who is doing the attacking, and if it's good to see Tamim being there in the middle. He needs to be there because it's not too often this BPL that we have 36 is perhaps his highest. So his side needs a big knock from him, the winning knock. Saqib, like today for Dhaka Dynamites, clicked. So it's about time that Tamim Iqbal, one of the big guns, also needs to click in this BPL.
The Bangladesh flag in view. Of course, this is the Bangladesh Premier League, the 6th edition. Try to hit it inside out, but just a little cramped for space, and in the process all you can do is hit it straight to the fielder there. A lot of kids around, good to see, enjoying the proceedings. Well, let's have a look at Brathwaite's pitch map lengths. Look at that, 60% on the short side, and a lot of those have been put away for runs. Now, well, that was down the leg side, a big swing of the bat, maybe got the face of it, and took it away past Nurul Islam Omi, and it's gone for 4 runs.
He gave him the charge. Look at him coming down the wicket, and he hoiked it over with the pace through fine leg for 4. He perhaps aimed it at mid-wicket or long on.
It was a little fortunate. I think it just brushed the gloves. I'm not quite sure if it was off the bat, maybe the shoulder of the bat, maybe the gloves. It didn't seem to speed away. Next ball is hit away once again into the deep, and they get a single off the last ball of the 4th over. 36 without loss, the Victorians.
এখানে ওখানে যেখানে সেখানে ক্ষেত বাসা বাড়ি বড় ফ্যাক্টরি যেখানে প্রয়োজন সেখানেই আছি পানির টেনশনের সমাধান গাছি
গাজী পাম্প কিনবেন যখন একবারই কিনুন
45 for 1 with the Titans. They haven't lost a wicket, the Victorians. Pretty happy with the way they're going about it. 36 without loss. You're watching the cricket, young lady. Stop texting. Concentrate on the game. He is, or she is, enjoying it too. This is Malenga, the slinger. it's just a shade short and allows the batsman to swivel around with the close face of the bat and help him to up to a single.
Yes, that was quite easily done, just off his pads through square leg. Rotating the strike, that's something that they need to continue doing. While Tamim Iqbal from the other end is playing his tagging shots and has done well so far, 22 or 15.
Drone just flying over this lovely ground. Oh, backing away. Now there's a problem with someone maybe walking across. There you see Tamim Iqbal saying, I'm sorry, someone just walked across as you came into bowl, Lasith, so unfortunately I'll have to send you back. He apologizes for that. Very annoying for the bowler, just at the point of delivery when the batsman moves away. He wants to be sure, he wants to get a right sighter, get the side screen properly behind him. Short again, just cramping Tamim on that occasion, not allowing him to go for the big shot.
Yes, that was a good delivery, almost quarter of a length, short. Came to his midriff and there was nothing that he could do, just scrambling for space, and all he could do is defended it rather.
This is what the player of the series is going to get, the Apache TVS. And again, a little work of the wrist. His very wristy player is Tamim Iqbal. He's played with soft hands, goes through for the single. With the accuracy that Lasith Malinga is bowling at the moment, Tamim has wisely decided not to try and go for the high-risk shots, prepared to bide his time. Yokel and almost yokel length, maybe slightly shorter than that, but still enough for the batsman not to be able to hit the big ones. This has been a very, very accurate over from Lasith Malinga so far.
He's given away only 7 runs, and this is the second over running. He'll have 2 more left during the death overs. That's when he'll be even more effective.
In short and well negotiated. That's the way to go about it. The moment both batsmen prepared to just milk the runs, 3 of them, it's been an excellent over. No question about that. Maybe that little bit of pressure building on Tamim Iqbal in particular.
If you're defending a total of 180 odd runs, you've got to make sure that you keep the power play in your favor, control the batsman, and that's what Khulna Titans have done up until now.
Once again, I don't believe it. What's happening? Who's walking past in front of the side screen? Every time Lasith Malinga comes in to bowl, there is some sort of a disturbance at that end. To be careful about that. Here we go again for the last ball of the 5th. Makes room but has to adjust at the last moment. Well bowled once again. Just the 4 runs of the 5th over, and Victorians have reached 40 without loss.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখতে চাহিয়া কৃষককে পানি দেয় গাজী পাম্প দিয়া কৃষক দেখ।
গাজী পানির পাম্প, দামে সস্তা, কৃষকের আস্থা।
Brathwaite. whistling away. It's the thing, if you're slightly off in the night games where it gets a little bit slick, and of course the dew factor in the outfield, this is what happens. Short and wide, and just getting hold of it. No third man. Wrong line, wrong length, Carlos. Evening, Utter.
Evening, Danny. Yeah, it's a decent start for the Victorians. Opening partnership of 44 is in the 6th over. Tamim looking to get back in form with the bat. 5 innings before this innings for Tamim Iqbal. Started with a score of 35 against the Sylhet Sixers. Then he had scores of 4, 21, and in the last 2 matches did not open up his account. So this is a good start. He looks to be in good touch. 29 of 20. Important that he carries on, because it's not a small total that they're chasing. They need 181 to tie. Close. Oh, misses the stump. They need 182 to win. Always nice to have the openers lay a good solid foundation. Not getting separated, meaning that they have all the wickets, the 10 wickets in hand.
Cricket fans will appreciate Tamim Iqbal. He is in desperate need of a score. A couple of ducks prior to this on the trot. Yeah, he was out. Going to have to work on those skills, Carlos. He's a big football fan. I think he's a Manchester United fan. Even to Betsy's. Yeah, that is Tamim of old. And when he's in good nick, you see this so often. 50 out with this stroke.
Well, he can be a very dangerous customer if he gets in that sort of a mood. Brings in the 50 with that boundary. He's not afraid to go down the track. That too against someone like Carlos Brathwaite, and then he pulls it away in front of the square between the mid-wicket and the mid-on fielder. Pretty good shot. Moves away and cracks it through the offside. Excellent batting from Tamim Iqbal. Back-to-back boundaries.
Yeah, it's more like it. So the Camilla Vic fans. It's moved into the 30s very quickly, and almost out the other side of them. On seam up, you often see in these conditions quick men will go cross seam, slightly splayed seam, just to get a better grip on the ball. Change of pace. No change of result though. Hat-trick of boundaries, baby. 18 off the 6. The power play is done and dusted here. And a little single here.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
তোরা দেখ দেখ দেখতে চাহিয়া কৃষক কেতে পানি দেয় গাজী পাম্প দিয়া কৃষক দেখ
গাজী পানির পাম্প দামে সস্তা
কৃষকের আস্থা।
The opening stand, power play.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
The Vicks rolling, just gone around a little bit. Mahmudullah only bowled the 1, disappeared for 10. Junaid Khan 1 for 14. Brathwaite 2 for 25. So some experience there, going the distance. Power play, happy by and large, Utter, with us?
Yeah, I think Victorians will be quite pleased to see them scoring 58 of the first 6. Tamim Iqbal, what a shot, Gillespie style on that occasion. And then taking on the bowler to punch him down the ground on the offside. Few short deliveries, making room away on the leg side and crashing it through the offside. Very good. It's been very good, very impressive from Tamim Iqbal. That Kawam just climbing up. Titans were 65 for 1 after 6. Victorians not far behind, and they haven't lost a wicket yet. That's very good. That's the right kind of start that they would have hoped for. And they would want, especially Tamim Iqbal, to continue in that fashion.
We've had another timeout come to a close. And you think after 5 overs, they were at 8, 40. And 1 over that goes for 18 just changes the complexion somewhat. Ghazi Sahel, he's just smiling nicely. He's waving to his mother with that signal. It's good stuff from Camilla Victorians fans who are seeing Tamim now going to the 40s. Is Tajul Islam. A little change here from Imral Kays straight after the power play. Muhammadullah keeping an eye out and just changing the bowling up. So more Kays from the Victorians. He'll just be sussing here and just discussing things with the Brains Trust in the dugout and at the strategic timeout. Just having a little chat to where they want to be, given that they've got a good start here.
Now, Titans desperate to break this partnership, and they bought on the left-arm orthodox Tajul Islam, who had a wonderful time with the ball in the last match against Rajshahi Kings. 3 for 10. He's the go-to man for Mahmudullah. There you go, power play. Titans 65 for 1. Victorians not far behind, 58 without even losing a wicket. And he's moved very quickly to 41 of 23. Tamim Iqbal with 7 fours and a 6.
Time for a wicket. I say that as this one races away, but we've just had the timeout, and this is the danger period for a batting side, even though these two are going rather swimmingly.
It's time for another boundary, Danny.
Indeed.
It was short. And you don't expect Tamim Iqbal to miss. He's playing beautifully at the moment. You don't expect him to miss on those kind of deliveries. Lovely touch deep in his crease and opening the face of the bat into the gap, into the boundary.
Lasith Malinga, of course, captain Sri Lanka, a bit of white ball cricket, whether it's been 50 overs or T20. Had that experience as Lasith. Just a cheeky little dab. Hello, Lasith. Keep working, son. Basics.
They had an opportunity to keep him at the non-strikers end, Malinga, because it was Tamim Iqbal who played that, and it just went through very sloppy. But he's back on strike. That's well bowled. He saw him down the wicket and he pulled the length back. Just a single. They've got to find a way to break this partnership. The Victorians are growing great guns at the moment. 66 without loss in a chase of 182. And the bulk of run coming from the bat of the man on screen, Tamim Iqbal Khan.
Misfield, is it? No, just be sensible about it. Not a bad over. 9 from it. 67 without loss.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ আগাগোড়া মজবুত বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম
গাজী প্রথম গাজী সেরা
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী প্রথম গাজী সেরা বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ
Feel on this kind of a surface, maybe they are 10-15 runs short. We'll have to wait and see at the end. Victorians have made a wonderful start. They need 115 and 78. I don't think 180 odd has been chased so far in the 6th edition of the BPL 2019. It will be quite an effort. Change of bowling from the mighty Chips end. It's going to be Ariful Haq. Right arm medium pacer. He welcomes him with one bounce over to the fence. That is a very good shot from Anamulak. I think he's playing also a very crucial role here, Danny. He's looking to rotate the strike, but once in a while he picks up a boundary which just releases the pressure.
Yeah, it's not a great delivery, it has to be said, from Ariful. At all. This releases so much pressure. And at the moment, a lot of fours being struck in the last 2.5 overs. To turn things around here, the Titans, very, very quickly. And again, some nice wrist work. There's cover and protection. A little misfield, so it's a little bit sloppy from the Titans here. So Lasith Malinga, misfield there, and Dawid Malan, but there was no extra run. Brathwaite there on the fence. No extra run, but still could have been. And that just flows through the rest of the team. Energy changes, the momentum can as well. And he's so good at this, so good with his feet. And the confidence is starting to flow prior to a couple of ducks on the trot. So this has been good for the Victorians. Personal note for Tamim, who's looking for a half century.
Very good strike rate, 184. Trying to play it in the gap. He needs to pick up a 50. Even 49. But what a lovely start this is from the Victorians, knowing that it's not a small total that they're chasing. And you would want to always want to find the openers go in and look comfortable. Just relaxes the nerves in the dressing room for the rest of the batsmen.
It sounded really good. Oh yeah, it sounded that good. No chance to be stopped in the end. Good dive, Valiant. But 2 fours in the over, still 2 to go.
Yeah, again too short. He smashed that, even though there was a feeler in that he had no chance whatsoever. He dived well. But just going through the hands of Nazmul Hussain. Because of the dew factor, maybe. Skids on. This is really good batting, especially for Anamulak, who's picked up 2 boundaries already in this over.
Yeah, start the over with a boundary or a maximum. There's a bowling unit and a bowler, you're on the back foot. And there was a boundary fourth delivery. So it allows the batting side to be in so much control. 11 off, 1 to go. And it's time for Tamim Iqbal, who's 1 shy of 50. Great opening stand this. It's chopped up a gear and got moving. We have to reload this one.
Yeah, correction here. I mentioned that teams have not chased 180 plus. It has happened once. And then it was chased against the opponents, or rather the team which are batting at the moment. Kumilla Victorians scored 184 for 5. Chittagong Vikings made 186 for 6, winning by 4 wickets. If they do manage to win this one, Kumilla Victorians, it'll be the second time. That's his 50. Very good from Tamim Iqbal. It's a welcome return to the form for someone like Tamim Iqbal Khan. Everybody in the dugout standing up and applauding him. His job is not yet finished.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর গল্পগুলো তো সুন্দর কিছু থেকেই শুরু হয়। নান্দনিক ডিজাইন, পুরো স্টেইনলেস স্টিল দিয়ে তৈরি গাজি সিঙ্ক কিচেনটা সুন্দর করে সংসারটাও।
গাজি টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
Much needed.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজি পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজি পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Let's see, where are you, buddy?
Well, I am right here with Inam Ahmed, Managing Director of the Titans. Inam, happy with the proceedings so far?
Well, it would have been nice if we could get a couple of wickets at this point. I think we put on a decent score of 180 plus, but I think maybe we're 10-15 runs short. I think there was a point where we could have almost gone past 190. But clearly, Kumilla Victorian is batting very well. Tamim is batting superbly. We need to get the wickets right now. That'll get us back in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a funny game. Anything can happen. I'm just going to take you back a little bit. The previous game, you guys won the game convincingly. Moving on to this game, do you feel like the confidence is within the team now?
Oh, absolutely. The confidence is much more than it was before. We had a poor start to this tournament. We lost the first 4 games. So we won 1 game, and you can totally see it in the batting today. There was a lot more confidence in the batting. Our bowling was good in the last game. Hopefully the boys can turn it around and they can just keep it tight, create a scoreboard, run pressure, and get some wickets.
I mean, it's a funny game. It can be a mental game, but what's really changed amongst the team to sort of like gel and get things going their way?
Well, our captain Riyadh has been really fantastic for the past 2 years. He's been a real titan for Khulna Titans for year 1 and year 2 of BPL for us. And we have a great coaching staff with Mahala Jawardana. So they're always putting the head together and figuring out what needs to be done, even when we're not doing well in terms of keeping the team spirit high. So they've been working on that. So hopefully we can still come back in this game. And there's still 6 games left in the tournament and see how we do.
I mean, the talk has been you guys are bowling heavy. You got Malinga, you got Junaid as well, most experienced guys in this format of the game. What's been the general feeling within yourself and the team?
Well, I mean, today we played with 8 batsmen. So, frankly speaking, we do have a lot of good bowlers, big names in terms of Lasith and Junaid Khan, but we have a local batsman that we're counting on. And today, Junaid Siddiqui batted beautifully. And it was good to see Alamin, who got a chance today to bat first game this season for BPL, and he had a nice cameo. So it was good to see them perform really well, and I hope they just keep on doing that.
Yeah. Fingers crossed today is going to come your way. It looks like it's going to be a crack of a game, though. All the best.
Absolutely. We need to get wickets, and then we'll be back in the game, hopefully. Thank you.
No worries, then. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Always a pleasure to try and get hold of the franchise owners and have a chat to them. They feel about things, and of course they adore the game. Much needed for the Titans. Good ownership. 1 to go in the 9th. Vicks are 88 without loss. 8 from the 9th. 88 without loss.
গাজি স্টোভ একদিকে যেমন গ্যাস সাশ্রয়ী তেমনি রান্নার লোডও নিতে পারে প্রচুর। গাজি স্টোভ কিচেনের পারফেক্ট পার্টনার।
In Sylhet,
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
one more double header tomorrow. Tamim, it's not all about bludgeoning it. You get a short one, sure. It's so good at square driving and dabbing as well.
Yeah, he does play with a lot of flamboyance, doesn't he? Likes to strike his pose when he finishes the shot, and he does play them very nicely and effectively. Let's have a look where he's picked up his runs. He's very strong on the offside, going reverse. You don't need to do that because you're going at a rate of almost 10 runs in an over. Haven't lost a wicket yet. Required run rate is 8.58. So far, so good. You don't want to take any unnecessary risk. And that's what he will be hoping for. To force the batsman to think, yes, they need to come and play a big shot.
More flamboyance. And 4 more. It's a punchy Mr. Tamim.
Now, where do you bowl at him if he's in this kind of a mood? It's certainly not there. Lovely dancing down the wicket, one bounce to the fence. He's taken that on the full. Al Amin, who's playing his first match, has been asked to come to bowl. He played a really nice cameo and he picked up 32 of 19. Tough job to come and to bowl, especially someone like Tamim Iqbal, who looks to be in a dangerous mood here.
A tough gig. He's well and truly set and going. And nerves there, went for a wider one, and Alex Wharf gets the arms out. In Lashamp at our broadcasting end. Just lost a little shape there. Wanted to smash this into next week. That one and be happy. Strike goes back. We were Animal Huck. And that ball just be getting a little bit more greasy now because we're almost at the halfway stage and the towels, the rags are out. Every delivery. Bowlers are drying the ball feverishly. And it's all very comfortable at the moment. They need really a couple of wickets, maybe even 3, all clumped together here to get back in the contest to the Titans.
It's the wickets that will help the Titans to tie things up in the middle. At the moment, the Victorians cruising along. No problem whatsoever. Both the openers have been quite keen to pick up boundaries at will and also rotating the strike on a consistent basis. 14 fours and 1 6 already in this innings. Again down the wicket it comes. Again finds the gap. Again finds the boundary. Brings up the 100 for the Victorians. What a lovely knock this is turning out to be.
Yeah, getting some entertainment here. Fans in Sylhet. Red and black dugout. Standing to applaud. Yeah, the pressure on the young man with ball in hand because Tamim has turned this into a nice juicy full toss. And it is just too easy. Yep, back in this over. We've seen 2 of these already. 100 up for the loss of no wicket.
He's He's made them into full tosses, not once but twice in this over. And this time, he doesn't need to make it in the full toss. That is a beautiful shot. It was bowled wide, but he's put that away to the boundary. Same gap between that fielder in the deep.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Partnership worth 104 runs of 60 deliveries. This is absolutely a top-class performance by the Kumala Victorians in response to a substantial target, quite a big target that they were chasing. So no worries about going for that target. See the shot from Cam. They're cleaning mud out of their feet. It gets collected. Last ball of the last over. Look at the shimmy down the wicket and a pump away. What a strike that was. Just one bounce over that extra cover fence. What a lovely way of going about that shot. Tamim Iqbal is thankfully for the team and for the spectators on song today. And he's delivered and he's making all the bowlers worry about what they're going to do to get him out.
It's batting at its best. We all know that Tamim Iqbal is a player who's an attacking player, can play all kinds of shots, but today he's played some beautifully, exquisitely executed shots all along the carpet and some big hits over the fence. Beautiful combination, beautiful partnership, 100 for no loss, and 4 for no loss.
Worried skipper of the Khulna Titans. You'd have thought that they had put enough on the board, maybe 10-15 runs short, but even then quite a big total to post first innings. But no flutters, no worries, no ripples. It's smooth sailing. Junaid Khan is going to come in and bowl his second over, giving away 14 runs in his first over. This is Lasit Malinga being steered through the covers, and Amul Haq in that partnership of 104 joining in, but bulk of the scoring was done by Tamim Iqbal. Look at the way he just stuck to that shot. And Amul Haq was not going to be left behind through the mid-wicket region. Tamim Iqbal so fleet-footed and going down and meeting in that ball. The last shot you saw was absolutely tasty, delectable. Charged their way to 104 without any problems at all.
What was noticeable in Tamim Iqbal's batting was when he was batting initially, he was moving away either of the off stump, the leg stump. He was disturbing the line length of the batsman, but he took a good measure of the wicket, the bounce and the pace of the wicket, and hence had been able to connect each and every shot. That's the partnership between the two, Tamim and Namul Haq, 104, only 61 balls.
That happens to be the second highest partnership in this edition of the BPL so far. Might turn out to be the highest if these two can carry on. And they don't seem to be too bothered about what the bowlers are dishing out. Been very picky and choosy on the early part of the partnership. Once they got settled down into the groove, into the rhythm, see both of them really going after the bowling.
Yes, sir, they've made the bowling look very ordinary. They've played effortlessly, without a great deal of risk, and they've played exquisite shots. And most of them were along the ground. And beautiful partnership, really.
He rides that short pitch delivery well, does Namul Haq, prepared to give the stride back to his senior partner, really leading this wonderful partnership worth 105 unbroken, chanceless from either of the batsmen. And worries for the Khulna Titans. Tamim Iqbal just settling down, looking very ominous, going at a strike rate of 185.7. Extraordinary. Really redeeming himself after a couple of ducks that he got earlier. But in full flow today. It's a delight to watch. Backing away, and what about that correction? Little bit of adjustment, and it goes through. Maybe not from the meat part of the bat. He's saying that ball was over the shoulder to the umpire, but he backed away. It was pitch short. The way he adjusted and uppercut it, marvelous.
Yes, that's also another shot that he moved out of his crease and played it uppishly through point. A little uppish though, but he went for 4. Very workmanlike that both the partners have batted. They've taken the singles, rotated the strikes, and they've played good shots for 4s, minimizing the risks.
Yes, that you see him just backing away initially, and as he sees the ball go away, it's that uppercut. He knew there was no one there in that area. Now he charges. Junaid Khan sees him coming, drops it short. Intelligent bowling doesn't allow him to free his arms.
Yeah, he was cramped for space really. He charged down the wicket, and Junaid Khan probably saw him coming down and pitched him up, and hence didn't allow him to go through with the shot. Tamim Iqbal aggressive in his approach. 69 of 37 deliveries, and Amal Haq 35 of 28. They're both looking good. Brilliant batting by both.
Full toss, whipped away, but straight to the fielder, just going to get a single to finish off. Over number 11. It's 110 without loss.
And it's Nasser Hussain on a hat-trick now. Bangladesh on top.
Okay, he's got his position in the corner of the dugout. Even 181 for 7 is not comfortable. Backs away, plays it away comfortably. Just picks and chooses his spots and makes it look so simple. Tamim Iqbal is playing his 50th match in all BPLs. That's another milestone, and is fast reaching the 1500 marks, runs total in all forms, of all the editions of the BPL. So lots of little milestones to be completed by him. Nelson's up, 1-1-1 without loss. Is Nelson going to strike? Will the Victorians hope? No. Definitely no. They're off it quite quickly.
Yes, they're making light work of that big imposing total set up by Khulna Titans. Funny things have happened in cricket, but the manner in which the two have approached their innings and the manner in which they are taking the side to that total, they look pretty much set across the line.
Riyad has tried to just vary his lines, his lengths, his release points, his angles of attack. Have a look at how he's released the deliveries. There you see all over the place. He's tried the Lasit Malinga type of release, quite wide, the slingy kind of deliveries. He's bowled some very close to his head at point of release. And he tries the slow one, the loopy one. Just does not reach the batsman.
Well, it's quite a bit about Tamim Iqbal. Should be looking for his 100. If he hasn't scored 100, stature of batsman of Tamim Iqbal, 100 should be forthcoming.
Short, and again there's a little shimmy down the wicket. Exposing intentions a little too early and allowing the bowler to just shorten the length enough to restrict the initial ideas of the batsman to hit it over the top. He just gets a single instead.
It's not just the score that looks pretty comfortable. Comfortable position to chase down that score, but also Tamim Iqbal should look for that coveted landmark.
Slaps it away. It's only going to go into the deep to be picked up, and a single. It's been a good over, this one from Mahmoodullah Riyad. At the end of 12, it's 115 without loss.
সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ আগাগোড়া মজবুত বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারী না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Titans garnered in their 20 overs. Victorians smooth sailing.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
It starts getting clogged up with this outfield now. A lot of dew, moisture, and they tend to lose the grip underfoot. A risky affair. So every occasion the fielders get, they want to clean it up. They also needed to change the ball. I think the ball's collecting some dew, getting a little soft, and the umpires didn't like it. By Tanveer Ahmed, the fourth umpire, is coming out with a new box. Required run rate at the moment 8.38, well within manageable proportions for the Cumilla Victorians, needing 67 runs from the remaining 48 balls. There's a pause in play. Umpires select a similar kind of ball. It has to be that. But obviously not as soft as the one they've replaced. That might be even better for the batsman, because now if there was the softness of the ball, it would be coming on a little slower. Now with a slightly newer ball, it will come on better to the bat and make stroke making more simple.
15-20 runs more would have been a score that would have given Cumilla Victorians a little bit more of a concern. But with Sarah Pereira and Shahid Afridi yet to come, I wonder if a score of even above 200 would have been too much of a target for Cumilla Victorians.
The haze still lingering over the ground. Maybe it's some smoke. Not too much of wind to blow it away. Lasith Malinga now into his third over. He's been, they're going at 9.58 runs per over, but he's only given away 9 runs in his 2 overs as Lasith Malinga, economy rate of 4.5. The partnerships, highest partnership was in this edition of the BPL has been 121. Been Riley Rissa and Mohammad Mithun for the Riders versus the Dynamites. This is looking to head towards that. Oh, it's up in the air now. It's swirling in there. Is there the fielder coming underneath that one? There is, and he's caught it. At last, a wicket. Lasith Malinga comes and gets the prize wicket of Tamim Iqbal.
Well, that's what you expect of Lasith Malinga. Coming at the right time, delivering the goods. That was pitched a little bit on the middle and leg, and he tried to hoik it through a mid-wicket, but in the process didn't connect it and hold out in the deep mid-wicket region. And Nazmul Hussain Shantu Tamim Iqbal walks back for 73. Cumilla Victorians 115 for 1.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা। সর্বোৎকৃষ্ট কাঁচামালে তৈরি গাজী পিভিসি পাইপ, আগাগোড়া মজবুত, বাংলাদেশের সেরা পাইপ।
গাজী পাইপ আগে আসলে কত উপকারই না পাইতাম।
গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা।
Pretty happy with the situation he's coming in at. 115, the opening partnership for the Kumilla Victorians. Namal Haq at the other end looking comfortable. He's giving him all the info about what the wicket is doing, the nature of the wicket, what to expect. He's in the middle because of this. Bit short, he was maybe not reading the length. Maybe he would have done better to try and meet the ball instead of trying to go forward and in the process scooping it up. And the ball, despite swirling in the air, it was a well-judged catch by Shanto. And they needed that. The Khulna Titans needed a breakthrough. They've got it.
Malinga will, the next 5 balls, he will try and slow the proceedings down, because this is the moment, because they have to keep up the momentum and not be the easiest. If Malinga in the remaining 5 balls tries to make sure that they are kept quiet, and if the asking rate goes up, it will be that much tougher for Kumilla Victorians.
Imrul Kai said non-strikers in because the batsman had crossed over when that catch was taken. Full toss, swung it around. But really, I think a missed opportunity there for Anamal Haq. Could have put it away anywhere, found the fielder at deep backward square. So Imrul Kais is going to be on strike. His pedigree, what he's achieved in the past, 97th match for him, 114.58, 850s so far in his career, T20 career. 31 years old, the left-handed batsman and skipper of the Kumilla Victorians. He has had his advice from Tamim Iqbal when he walked out as to the nature of the wicket, what Lasith Malinga was delivering, and also from his partner in the middle at the moment, Anamal Haq. Sure, oh my goodness, that's way short. It's flying away. Not often you see Lasith Malinga bowling such short ones.
That won't help Khulna Titans' job any easier. That, as you said, is one of the rare instances where you see Malinga bowling those short ones. He needs to ensure that the remaining 5 balls or 4 balls doesn't give away too many runs.
Well, this one a little wayward. And Imrul Kais, early in his innings, is content to just tuck it around the corner and open his account.
He'll vary his pace. He'll try and bowl those Yorkers, or the slower ones, or whatever that makes that helps to keep the scoring a bit slow. And that's what Khulna Titans will expect from him, to keep it slow.
Worried looks on the face of Mahmudullah Riyad, the skipper of the Khulna Titans, hoping that they can get another breakthrough, try and put the brakes on this Victorian scoring. Again, just back of length, doesn't allow the batsman to either go forward or go back, stuck to the crease. This is sensible bowling here by the experienced Lasith Malinga.
I'm sure the last over will be the penultimate over as far as a little bit. A good job, that's what expected. He's the go-to person in these kind of occasions.
Again, another good one. A bit of a misfeeling on the part of the bowler, but there was some cover, so no chance of getting a run. Yeah, exactly. That's what he's been able to do, is keep the runs from being hit away. 12 runs into his 3rd over, and a wicket to boot. That's absolutely top-class bowling from a colourful character. A very distinctive hairstyle of his, known throughout the world. His style of bowling and his hairstyle. Oh, that was whipped away, but it's found a fielder in the deep, so just the single. Just 4 runs coming in that Malinga over. 13 completed, 119 for 1.
এখানে ওখানে যেখানে সেখানে ক্ষেত বাসা বাড়ি বড় ফ্যাক্টরি যেখানে প্রয়োজন সেখানেই আছি পানির টেনশনের সমাধান গাছি
গাজী পাম্প কিনবেন যখন একবারই কিনুন
and they're also up against it today. Strong Victorians batting effort makes it almost yokes himself as he dances down the wicket.
গাজী টায়ার নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা
Previous over. This is a very crucial time for even Mahmudullah. See, he's got that experience and the confidence that he'd be able to do the job for them.
You're absolutely right. If there is pressure from one end, you'd expect your partner to just continue just keeping up with that pressure and get something out of it. Make the batsman do something silly. He's not being silly about anything like that. Wow, what a shot. Imrul Kais just into it, swings round and thumps Mahmudullah Riyad out of the ground for the maximum.
That was shot and hit by Imrul Kais with utter disdain. Look at that shot. That was to be hit and did oblige Imrul Kais all the way for 6. He hit it and hit it for 6 all the way. Just look at that with disdain.
And he goes again. This one flat batted it forward of square and it's stopped in the deep. That's good bit of fielding. Little annoyed with himself is Imrul Kais because he didn't manage to take it past the fielder. Yeah, he was very annoyed with himself that the ball that was to be hit, he could not really find the 4 runs he was looking for. This is the shot and you'll see the reaction. We'll come back to that. This time, Anamul Haq has joined in the fun, but trying to go over the top. He has holed out. Another wicket. Now we're expecting Mahmudullah Riyad to deliver the goods. And as a captain, he always makes a breakthrough. He's done it again.
He's willing to take the risks. Pitched it short and Anamul Haq tried to hit him over the top, but only managing to give a catch to that running fielder, the deep. And Victorians losing another wicket, and that of Anamul Haq goes back for 40, and Kumilla Victorians 127 for 2.
Shamsur Rahman Shubho comes in inside to meet his captain, and a bit of glove love and a bit of advice. But there he is. That's his pedigree 42nd match for him, 850s and strike rate of 117.02. But feel that a bit of repair work needs to be done. The partners who compiled the 115 for the opening partnership are both back in the hut. And this is the reason that Shamsur Rahman is there. His eyes lit up when that ball came and Anamul Haq tried to head it over the top. Got the elevation, not the distance, and it was well judged by Najmul Hasan Shanto, who takes his second catch of the innings and 2 important wickets. Rebuilding process now by Imrul Kais is on strike now, and Shamsur Rahman, the new batsman, in. So still a bit of work to be done. Run rate 9.25. And the required rate 8.76. He will be a little disappointed. Seemed to get a little carried away after seeing Imrul Kais hit a 1 for 6. Tries to do the same, but did not really get the distance that was required to take it over the top. Mahmudullah, as usual, breaks a crucial partnership. And back foot stroke into the deep. And one is all they're going to get. A wicket and 10 runs in the over, 129 for 2.
পানির প্রয়োজনে আমরা আছি সব সময় আপনার পাশে। বাংলাদেশের সর্বাধিক ব্যবহৃত পানির ট্যাঙ্ক গাজী ট্যাঙ্ক। গাজী প্রথম, গাজী সেরা। বাংলাদেশের সমৃদ্ধিতে গাজী গ্রুপ।
Starting to come, Leon Dawson is there. The Boom Boom Afridi is there, and so is Tisara Pereira. So there's no dearth of big hitters in this Victorian squad. And with these two, I think they'll just keep on going on their merry way, knowing that they've got the backing and the support to come. Shouldn't be overawed by anything. Just Shamsur Rahman, maybe not the fastest in the middle as regards the strike rate, but it'll be up to the big man there, Carlos Brathwaite, who's gone for 25 runs in his previous 2 overs, but it is a completely different scenario now. With 2 wickets down, 2 new batsmen in the middle. Lasith Malinga bowling well, bringing them back in along with his skipper, and he needs to carry on the good work, the pressure that has been created on the batsmen, and sending those 2 openers back in the hut. New partnership being built here. Anything can happen. This is very nicely positioned, this game. Short and almost chopped it on. This camper through, a chance of a run out. Direct hit. Well, I think he's gone. Yes, indeed. There is another twist in the tail. What about that effort from Brathwaite? But not good running by Shamsur Rahman.
Well, 2 quick wickets and the momentum would change, and that's what's happened. Mahmood Riyad making some good changes in his bowling. That was Shamsur Rahman trying to make a single which was not there, and a good pick up and throw from Carlos Brathwaite. Sends in Shamsur Rahman, who played a good knock the other day, 34 against Sylhet Sixers.
Stay calm and just build up a little bit of a partnership. Want to sense what's happening in the middle. They will be under the cosh. 115 without the loss of a wicket, then suddenly they've lost 3 at 129. A complete turnaround, and suddenly you see the rejuvenated team. Oh, Imrul Kais thumps it. Extraordinary shot that. He's not going to allow Brathwaite to dictate terms. That has been smashed away for the maximum.
Extraordinary indeed. The ball was short, and he hit him so effortlessly. He just laid him over cover, an extra cover boundary. Just look at that shot, middling it right. And look at that follow through. Brilliant stroke from Imrul Kais.
Oh, he's not going to allow himself to be bogged down. Then again, I just feel that you're the skipper, don't need to get carried away. Just you've got the 6 early in the innings, despite the loss of the wicket on the first ball. But you've got the 6. Imrul Kais is really hitting out.
Yes, he
carried away. Maybe if this to be hit, then well, he's whipped that away, but it's gone into the deep to the fielder. That's all right. Have a look at the last dismissal, the run out. Initially, he didn't want to go. Just looked around and saw his partner coming, and it was the skipper. By the time he reached, it was a direct throw. Wonderful collection by the bowler. Turned around, off balance, and threw the stumps down. Important breakthrough. They're back in the game. Shamsur Rahman, the last batsman out. Brathwaite into his 3rd over. Victorians need 40 of the remaining 32 balls. You'd give it to the batting side in this kind of situations. But another couple of wickets and the cat will be amongst the pigeons. Full toss. This is within our reach, and no need to be overconfident, taking risks. Yeah, exactly. That's the way to go about it. Pay heed to the good deliveries. 15 overs completed. The Victorians are 142 for 3.
গাজী টায়ার, নিরাপদ হোক পথ চলা।
এখানে ওখানে যেখানে সেখানে ক্ষেত বাসা বাড়ি বড় ফ্যাক্টরি, যেখানে প্রয়োজন সেখানেই আছি, পানির টেনশনের সমাধান গাছি।
Bpl a couple of years ago, late in 16.